What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Let's go through this real quick. Guys, there's a lot going on in the Luna Classic community. Some of it good, some of it bad. I mean, that's just like every exchange doing the same thing. Every blockchain has the same ups and downs and trials and tribulations. None of them like Terra Luna Classic has gone through. Very few. But there is a pile of rubble out there of old projects that just never made it. And then there's Terra Luna Classic that collapsed and is rebuilding as we speak. And a lot of the focus, remember, we talked about this, is Redline Drifter potentially coming up with a project that will help to burn Luna Classic USTC, thus helping with that repeg process. He is not a fan of the market module. Now, I am a fan of the market module. However, in its current iteration, he was right. It will not work. But we're working on things in the background, which we should have more information on very shortly about what to do next or how it works to its best advantage next. So I want you to hit the like button on your way in. We're going to talk about some of this stuff today, and we're going to get you through this as quickly as possible. I know you've been faithful for a long period of time. Luna Classic ready for an explosion of price action. Are we looking at $1? Are we looking at a penny? Well, look, the logic on that says, but this is crypto. Logic isn't always logical. So let me break some of this down for you. And again, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Before we get started, remember I'm giving away two $100 winners. And look, if you're too rich for free money, okay, no problem. But if you're not over $10 million in your bank right now, you need money. Wouldn't it be worth it just to sign up and get a roll one time, boom, because you never know what kind of win you would get? Like if you're not one of those guys, you don't like to do that, then you just, you win $100 and then boom, just put it on one, just roll it. Roll the dice, baby. Make sure you get one shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Wasn't that Snoop Dogg that sang that song? Let me know in the comments section if you think that Snoop Dogg was great when he starred in 8 Mile. I think that was it Snoop? It was Snoop. Oh, I'm being told it's not Snoop. I don't know. With your, I have no idea. Anyway, so let me know who it is in the description down below. Who was it that was in 8 Mile? Mid rapper is what I'm told, but I don't know. So anyway, come to Terra Casino. You can certainly win a couple times. Sign up, put your down below what your username is. I'm going to do the drawing later today. We're going to have today's live stream. We're going to have this video. We're going to have Friday's live stream and Friday's video. We're going to pick a winner out of any and everybody who's registered. My stake appears to be going pretty well at Terraport. If you're trading, use Terraport for all of your trading needs. Once business picks up over there, then we're going to have a lot of fun. Speaking of a business picking up here, Terra is up 3% on the day, and looking around, really, there's not a lot of focused pump happening at this point. It's really just a lot of movement of money around. So there's nothing really to talk about in terms of all of this, except to say that, very soon, very, very short, we should see some movements. Really, we should start to see a lot of movement in this market as we get to what I think is going to be that kind of altcoin season phase that we're getting to. Bitcoin needs to run a little bit right now. Let's talk about that on the chart. By the way, governance, everything has passed. We're funding Garuda, we're funding Terraport, we're funding Terra Swap, and we're updating the Terra Classic profiles on third-party websites. So all of the things that we've been waiting for this for a long period of time. Finally, all of these things are starting to happen. Your off ramps are getting easier. We're building on the network, so that's a great thing. Now, as far as price action goes, you want to see a little bit more aggressive move here, but I told you guys that I thought that there would be this range right here, and we're going through that range. And in fact, I said the bottom here is the range, the top here is the range. I'm going to stick with that until we break out of it. Now, it could be that it goes up a little bit higher up into this spot right here at 407. However, we're going to need a little positive breakout and a little positive news along the way. And if I'm right about that, and by the way, I don't know that I am, it just looks like we've started a reversal. But let me also point out, it looked like we had started a reversal right here when we started to mint higher, and we just kept going up, 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 up and away. And then that caused a breakout all the way to the top of the range. Well, we're doing that again. Now, here's the problem. The problem is, if you remember, when some of this stuff happens, you can see the similarity between this chart pattern right here and this chart pattern right here. And you can notice this downline trend here, which means that this little fall down, this little breakdown right here, seems entirely possible to come into this range. So I'm not without being nervous about it short term. Long term, however, these parabolic moves right here are getting ready to happen one more time. Now, as I look at this tightening channel, what I see is, a breakout and above is what we're looking for right there. So will it happen today? I doubt it. It's going to take a few days for that kind of capital to move into the market, and it'll take something a little bit bigger than what we've announced or what's been going on so far. Okay, so just to be very, very clear. Now, this is where I'm ultimately looking at as an impulse move. Towards the top here is 3026 is my prediction for the golden ratio from the last pump. Now that was this last pump right here, and what I did was I took the Fibonacci from here to here, and we kind of came up with that golden ratio right there. So that's what I think is going to happen on the next move. And that's going to be the actual confirmed breakout. Now remember, the reason that I'm telling you this is because this was happening bear market. This was happening bear market. This was happening bear market. This is not a bull market. So what I think in the bull market is a little bit different than what I would think in the bear market. So that downline trend is going to fall, and then we're going to be back in a full-on uptrend, and then that's where we go. And then ultimately a breakout up to that 4-2-3-6 ratio, which is ironically the all-time high, would be the ultimate move. So I'm pretty bullish about what we're going to do in the future. Now, as far as volume goes, volume continues to tick up just a little bit, but it's not great. Like we have to acknowledge this is not great volume. We need to see a lot more than this. But the burn tracker, we have 297 million burns. Now, I told you before, 2 billion burns is the number, and we're not even close to that, but we did get a spike of 171 million that came out on Friday. So there is some movement around, and there are some burns happening. And by the way, you come down here, you kind of look around, you can see that this was we were in a lot more burn over here, and then it really kind of calmed down. You saw that right there in that little range right there, and then it started to spike again just a tiny bit. Then it cooled down, but you can see these little reds are starting to get a little bit bigger. So it looks like maybe things might be ultimately heating up. So that's your updates. Very quick update for you today for Luna Classic. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As far as Redline Drifter goes, guys, it is my estimate. I'm going to support anybody who does what I want done, and that is I want a burn of some sort that's going to kind of merge this system. And I think what he said was very prescient at the time, in that maybe the market module doesn't work the way that we would like it to, and that if it were re-enabled right now, it'd be catastrophic. But we need to change the way that the market module is working so that it's not minting new tokens and it's only burning. So there are some pieces to this equation that we've not really thought out yet, but the discussion is being held. I'm in private chats where it is being held. So when there's information to report, I assure you, we're going to report it to you. Okay, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. You guys, the future is very bright for Luna Classic. So bright, sometimes you got to wear shades, but we'll need to get there. And when we get there, it's going to pop. Okay.